Hi, I'm just going to show you how I made these wounds using polymer clay. I'm not going to make the staples the same way as I did before, which was out of the soda can. I'm actually going to use actual proper staples. I'm going to leave the maggots out this time. That's how I make those. Now, all you need is some Super Sculpey or some normal polymer clay. Any colour. I'm choosing to have this one and mix it with some brown soft pastel. I'm just going to use a couple of tools, about 4 of them. So I'm going to cut it up. I always cut off a bit extra just in case the first lot doesn't turn out. And I'm just going to add the soft pastel to change the colour. And I'm going to condition it as I mix the soft pastel colours in. So here you go. I prefer doing it that way because I get different skin tones. And here we go. I'm going to trim up the sides. This is a sample piece. So I'm just going to roll it up. This will be the actual wound. I don't want it perfectly. I want it to be fat and skinny in different areas. So I'm going to press down the sides with my fingers. Now this technique is actually a good way to make, if you've got like a skin that you want to look like that has a worm or something underneath it, this is another way to do it, but this is how I make my scars. So and also pressing down with the fingers, you get different ridges and that, you get different effects. So just pat down the top. Here we are up close. And I'm going to actually cut it open using my blade. This way, I don't have it perfect, I have it off the sides a little bit. So I don't like my scars perfect. And I'm going to open it up a little bit. And then I'm going to use my blade to continue opening up the sides. And this way I can cut up the edges a little bit on the inside. I can make it deeper, I can make it thinner, I can make it wider. This is how you make yours the way you want to make it. So there you go. I can also pinch the skin a bit to make it thinner in some bits and make the skin thicker. Here we go. I'm just going to use this thing to open it up a little bit more so you can see it on the screen a bit better. And I'm just going to keep on adding detail on that using my fingers and this thing, whatever it is, to just add a little bit of texture and scrape up the sides. I don't like my wounds to look perfect. And there you go. That's what it looks like up close. You can pinch it in a bit so you can make it wider. And these are the staples I'm going to use. And they were really hard to pull apart. Really, I don't think I'll do this again. So you just pull them apart and you just put them in. I put them in randomly just to give it a more organic feel. So here we go, me trying to pull them apart and put them in. So there you go. This is what it looks like when it's not painted, not baked. I baked it. It takes about 20 minutes at 150 degrees. I tend to bake it at a lower heat. So here, please excuse me, I've got to make a 35-minute TikTok into a 3-minute TikTok, so I'm going to be very fast talking and very breathless. So here's a few things you can use. You can use soft pastels, pencils, paint, a good sealant. I'm using Mod Podge today, and various paint brushes, makeup brushes, or even toothbrushes. So here I'm going to be actually doing detail work to this cover. So I get depthness by adding a black paint to the wound itself. This makes it look deeper. And then I'll shade the edges later on using a dark grey. This will make the scar appear bigger. But at the moment I'm just adding some depth using some black paint thin brush. Once that's dry, I'll add the red paint. And then I'm going to add soft pastels. I use soft pastels to give the skin the matte look. And if I want to make something glossy, I'll use paint. So here we go. Or I'll make it glossy by using a gloss sealant. At the moment I'm applying pastels, so you can get the red swelling by using a bit of red. My bruises I tend to make blue, purples, pinks, greens. If you watch a bruise fade over time, it changes all the different colours. The zombie look tends to be a bit more green or grey depending on what you're looking at. Sometimes using reference pictures are really, really good. But today I think I might go for the Jeepers Creepers look. If you know what I'm talking about, I'm actually thinking about the bit where he stumbles upon the House of Pain and all the bodies are stitched up together on the wall and they're all got that petrified look. I'm hoping to achieve that today. So here at the moment, I'm highlighting the wound using a peach Posca pen. And then I'm going to blend out the colours using a little bit of water on my fingertips and then rub it dry with a cloth. And add a little bit more highlight. I like this look. I kept it there, but I decided to keep going. So I'm going to age the staples using a little bit of red paint, black paint, and sometimes add a little bit of orange depending on the age of the staples. I liked it this way, so I'm going to keep it this way. Just going to age those staples up. Add a little bit more red paint. It looks really good. I'm going to keep on going. So I'm going to add my Mod Podge. Mod Podge takes about 2 to 3 coats and dry between 2 to 3 hours. That's what the instructions said. But I'm just doing the one coat just to give you a rough idea what it looks like. So here you go, that gives it a nice glossy wooden look. I just knocked it over. I was going to add some specks, but I decided not to. And I'm going to just blend a bit more colour on top of the wound to give it a more realistic look. I really liked how it turned out. Very close to what I wanted. A bit more red paint. Go. Thank you for sticking to the end. I hope you enjoyed this TikTok. If you've got any questions, please ask in the comment section. I'll gladly answer to the best of my knowledge. And you have a fantastic day. Bye.